Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kev and today I am filming my October wrap up, and in the month of October I read 5 books and listen to one audiobook, and that leads to 2134 pages. If I talk about the genre, so I read one historical fiction, one sci-fi, one non-fiction, two fictions and one contemporary fictions. And in the term of rating I had 2 5 stars, 1 4 star, 2 3 star and 1 2 star. So let's get started. And the very first book that I read is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and you know that I was waiting for a very long time to read this book, and I tried so many times but I could not. But finally I read this and I can say that it was not that good as I was expecting to be. This story takes place in a futuristic world where there is superheroes and supervillains, and it basically starts with the prodigies who has superpowers, and there is Age of Anarchy, which is led by Ace Anarchy. Wipe out the anarchies and maintain peace in the society. Superhero rises and they call themselves renegades. And then there is this girl Nova Artino, who is brought up by anarchies, and she has power that she can make anyone sleep just by touching them. Her only motive of life is that she wanted to bring down renegades, and she has no background, so that's why she just gets selected for the renegades and become one of them. And she just wanted to take the vengeance, and she just worked for that. And then there is Adrian, who is his own secrets and he believes in doing good. I was expecting a lot from this book, and I did not like this one, as this is sci-fi, but I like sci-fi, but this was not of that mark, and I just really did not enjoy it, though I had very high expectations. So just I get disappointed and I rated it 3 stars. The next book that I read is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari, and this is the non-fictions. And I have a very difficult relations with the non-fiction, but because I could not enjoy it that much, but this book is something that I really enjoyed and loved, and this is one of my favorite non-fictions book. This begins with this early stages of Homo sapiens wandering somewhere in the forest, and how these sapiens grew up with time and how they socialized themselves. They form communities, groups, they learn how to fight for the survival, and they come to know about other sapiens, somewhere different from them, somewhere same as them, and they are residing in the same plane. They introduced the art of war to rule, to get luxury, discover places that were unknown to the world, and then they invented technology too. Writer has come up with such intense example to describe the improvement of sapiens with time, like it talk about the vicious cycle of life and Indian caste system, how people were differentiated on the basis of caste, and some were termed as untouchables. They are pure and impure, like in America blacks were considered as impure and whites are considered as pure. And there is a lot of such example that will just explain all the theories very easily. It just give you a lot of things to just thought about, and it's like the sapiens who does not care about anything, they now transfer themselves into the masters of the planet, and they are becoming terror for ecosystem. Today they want to control everything, and they are standing on the verge of becoming god. They are creating on the name of technology, but they are also moving toward destructions, and there is a lot of things here that we can thought and just considered it as a threat to humans or the sapiens that were living in the forest, and now they have grown up, are creating a lot of threats to the existing human beings, just because what they are doing today. And this book is so good to read if you are a student, a teacher, or anyone that wants to learn. I will just highly recommend it because this is so good, and you will just learn so many things by just reading this book. So I just loved this book so much, I just ended up giving it 5 stars. Next book I read is The Nightingale by Christine Hanna, and this is a historical fiction set up during World War II, and this is basically about these two sisters, Vienna and Isabel. And this has a story that will break your heart because this is so just crying. This book is painful, sad and captivated. I can see that this book has my heart, and I just love this book so much because every aspect of this book is great. It's more than great. I'm just planning to make a separate video for this because I want to discuss all the aspects of this book, because this is so amazing. There is a sacrifice of parents and relationship between sisters. There is love story too, and I just love everything in this book. So I will just talk about more in the next video. But I just liked it so much that I rated it 5 star. If I have to rate it on 10, I will give it 10 and 100. The book that I read is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman, and this is the book, this is contemporary fictions about this girl Nina Hills who lives all alone, and she has a single mother, and she just work in bookstores surrounded by books, and she just don't like to meet people and others, and she never know about her father. And then one day she find out that she has brother and sisters, nieces and nephews, a whole lot of cousins she has, and she have never known about it. So they all just meet up, and there is the partitions of the property that her father left. And this is the book that I was average, because it was not that great and it was not bad too. So I just enjoyed it, and that's why I rated it 3 star. The next book that I read is The Snake in the Meadow by Ayaz Kohli, and this is basically about the life of peoples in Jammu and Kashmir, and this follows these two young people, Aswar and Aslam, and they fall in love at a very young age, but they have to go apart because of their family, and Aswar get married to a man who has already 2 children, and Aslam run away from his marriage, but they meet again, but the circumstances were very different. And then there is the people of Pathri Ali, where the place is captured by mujahideens who are fighting on the name of religion, and they just make people's life a hell. And it's all talk about their situations. Women, men, children, all were suffering just because on the name of religion. So it was a very intense topic, and I liked this one, but the writing was not that much interesting, so I just end up giving it 2 star. The last book that I read is Flawed by Cecil Ahern, and this is a book which talk about this girl Celestine who lives in a society where everything is so perfect. She is a perfect daughter, and her friends and teachers loves her. And then one day she just went back to school, and there she got in a situation when she was not supposed to react, but she helped a man, and that she got into trouble. Being flawed is a crime in that society, and she is found flawed, and she has to lost everything that she has, and she has to get branded. And this was a slow story in the beginning, but later it was heart stopping, and the process of branding was so cruel, and it was so clearly described that it will not give you any chance to wander anywhere. And the character of Crewin is so dictatorship, and it was just really so amazing to read this book, because I just loved every aspect. People who go against the society rule or do something different, they were termed as flawed, and their life just get to hell, and they were so humiliating after they were branded as flawed. And this girl just lost everything, because she always thought that she is the perfect girl and she will never get branded, but it happened, and it just left her with so many questions. I enjoyed this book and this story so much that I end up giving it 4 star. So that's it from today's guys. And have you read any of these books, and if you have read, what are your thoughts on those? Just let me know in the comment below, and I hope that you liked and enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.